It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Zerwinski in the WMIX Sports mobile studios for Mount Vernon Rams baseball. Rams pregame show starts now.
And we welcome you into the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. Rams baseball on the road today as we continue with back-to-back games against the Mississippi Valley Conference. Rams, of course, fought hard but lost to Waterloo on Wednesday at Brennan Klein Memorial Field. Today we're on the road in Troy at Triad High School as the Rams will battle a tough 2-0 Triad team, a team that finished in third place in the state last year. We'll talk more about this on your Rams pregame. We need to slip out for a quick break. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
I'm Michael Stack with a look at your next rad weather. Chilly with mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon's high 43, a bit cold with mostly cloudy skies. Tonight's low near 30. Mainly cloudy on your Saturday, a high near 50. Rain arriving Saturday evening, turning to snow early on Sunday, bringing a fresh 2 to 4 inches of accumulation. Sunday's high 36. Monday, cloudy, windy, and cold with a couple flurries, high 37. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Don't you hate it when one of your family members borrow your car and then you get in to find all of your settings changed? Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. The 2013 Ford Escape boasts Ford's MyKey technology, which lets you program individual keys so two family members can share the car, yet have personalized settings take effect when they use their unique keys. Wow! With its safety features, best-in-class fuel economy, and aerodynamic design, the 2013 Ford Escape S at Ford Square is perfect for everyone. Save $2,000 on this king of the crossovers when you finance through Ford Motor Credit, including 3 payments on us. Come and see and test drive the 2013 Ford Escape at Ford Square in Mount Vernon, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or log on to fordsquare.com.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professionals.
Pekin Insurance.
Back to Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back to your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Chris Hugo with you today. Danny Zerwinski is on assignment. Glad to have you aboard. Of course, for detailing, collision work, and more, see Landers Collision Centers on Highway 37 South in Mount Vernon. Of course, the WMIX Sports Mobile Studio today, parked at Troy Triad High School, home of the Knights. Today, the Rams battling a Triad team that last year won third place. And, of course, the Rams have had much success against Triad in the regular season, including a win last year at Brennan Klein Memorial Field. A win on a day that was much, much different. Temperatures around the 80-degree mark today, now nowhere near that, as we will have overcast skies, temperature a high of 43 degrees, and winds out of the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour. So a much different day that we will have here for you tonight. But we're glad to be here. The coaches will exchange the lineups at home plate with the home plate umpire. We'll get underway here in just a moment. Rams baseball is powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Community First Bank, of course, 5 Jefferson County locations. Welcome you back to Personal Banking. TownFirstBank.net is their website. And, of course, they are a member FDIC. The Rams are 3-1 on the year. Of course, had their first loss of the season against the Waterloo Bulldogs on Wednesday. Led 2-1 through 5, but the 6th and 7th inning, things kind of fell apart. They lose 11-2. They look to get back to the winning track today against these Triad Knights. So, of course, they come with wins over Effingham and Alt Marquette. They beat Effingham 11-0. And beat a good Alt Marquette bunch, of course, out of Class 2A, 8-1. What will the result be? We'll find out. We owe you some Central Christian Church batting orders. The Rams will bat first today. They'll lead off Matthew Williams, the shortstop. Center fielders Landon Thomas will bat second. Kellen Young in the 3 spot. He's your catcher, while Colt Metter remains in the cleanup spot at first base. Trevor Flota moves to the designated hitter capacity today. He's batting 5th. Batting 6th out in right field is Jake Pike. Batting 7th out in left is Clayton Reeves. Batting 8th, the third baseman Sawyer Harrison. And rounding out the batting order is Hayden Paninsky, who gets to start today defensively at second base. Now, meanwhile, for the Triad Knights, of course, will meet their batting order here in the bottom half of the first inning, but they will send Jordan Felix out to the hill today. He'll be catching him will be Matt Mersinger from third to first around the horn, of course, will be Dalton Johnson, Lucas Infante. Cody Massey, and Keaton Wright. Out in the outfield will be Tyler Durleff, Lucas Criley, and Tyler Carpenter from third to first. Glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with you today. You can follow us on Twitter. We'll do our very best at WMIX Sports. We're online, as always, at WMIXSports.com, where you can listen on any device, especially your smartphone, your video game console, and even your iPad or Android tablet. So glad to have you with us. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. Of course, courtesy of Community First Bank of the Heartland, appearing from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. Check out the all-new 2013 Ford Fusion redesigned at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or see their selection online at FordSquare.com. Should be a dandy today. Weather will not be a factor. No chance of precipitation, according to the National Weather Service. Just winds out of the east-southeast, slowly dying down to around 5 miles per hour out of the east by games. And should be a good one today. Dimensions here at Triad High School, 325 down the left field and right field lines, 375 in the gaps, and straightaway center field, of course, is 385. So dimensions not unlike Brennan Klein Memorial Field. They're going over the bullpens right now and talking about some of these other facets of Triad High School's field, as they will talk about in play, not in play, and what is going on here. For the Mount Vernon Rams, meanwhile, defensively, of course, Tyler Ellis is your pitcher. Puts a 1-0 mark on the line. Of course, at 4 innings, a shutout ball to open up the season against Salem. Has not appeared in a game since then, though, so we'll see if the rest appears to help the senior going to Red Lake College next year, and Tyler Ellis. And, of course, Tyler again 1-0 and 4 strikeouts, 4 innings, a shutout ball against the Salem Wildcats. So it's just a 5-inning game back to start the season on March the 12th. The Rams, of course, won that one 10-0. They defeated Pinckneyville the next day 15-2. Had another 5-inning game with a walk-off against Smith Memorial. They beat them 10-0, but again lost to Waterloo 11-2 yesterday or 2 days ago. This game originally was supposed to have taken place on Tuesday, but standing water on the field at Triad, they both agreed to push it back to today. Temperature-wise, Tuesday was a little bit of a better option, but the rains that came in over the weekend, of course, washed many games around the state away on Monday and Tuesday, so here we are today on Friday. We'll keep you up to date with some scores from around the region as well. Lady Rams softball is in action at DuQuoin. The Central Area Orphans of Baseball, of course, hosting Belleville West. They are scoreless through one half at DuQuoin, as the Lady Rams picked up a nice road game today against the Lady Indians. That would have been one we saw on Monday as part of our Lady Ram package here on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, but as a result, it was washed away. So, no score through one half between the Lady Rams and the Lady Indians, and that scoreboard update is presented by Tony Will State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs, find Tony in his office. Log on to TonyWill.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get you a better state with State Farm. It'll be a right-hander. Of course, Jordan Felix on the mound today. Many of you might remember his older brother, Travis, who's now playing baseball for the Cougars at SIU Edwardsville. Of course, he is being courted by that same program. Now Division I and now the Ohio Valley Conference are the Cougars, so it'll be interesting to see what types of traits and characteristics he has that might remind us of older brother. And, of course, to remind you of the defense yet again, Dalton Johnson, Lucas Infani, Cody Massey, Keaton Wright from third to first, Mercier the catcher, backing up the plate, and, of course, catching the phenom Jordan Felix with Tyler Durleff, Lucas Criley, and Tyler Carpenter, your outfield from third to first. We are back on the air tomorrow, of course, weather permitting. Don't see any reason why we will not be, as the Rams will welcome the Green Wave of Mattoon in a doubleheader. We'll be on the air at about 12:45 with Game 1. We'll bring you Game 2 of that double dip as well, right here on AM 940, online at WMIXSports.com. Quite a bit of information on our Facebook page. We hope you'll like us there, Facebook.com/WMIXSports. Or find all of our archived broadcasts from this season at WMIXSports.com, archives of last season as well, and even some special coverage. It's all at WMIXSports.com. You'll also find our broadcast schedule right there. Maybe find out when our next Lady Rams broadcast will be. Well, they picked up another game on April the 1st. We'll be there. That'll be our season debut for Lady Rams softball. Should have been there Monday and yesterday, but those games were canceled. Our first pitch is set to get it away from the right-hander Felix at 4:12, and just like that, Maddie Williams gets a piece of it. Sends that to right field, where waiting for it was Tyler Carpenter. So one pitch, one out. Here in the first, as we get started about 3 minutes early at 4:12. Here in the Metro East, they typically start games at about 4:15, whereas those of you who might be from Mount Vernon or used to South Southern Conference ball, and Black Diamond, River usually get started about 4:30. Teams here in the Metro, especially the Southwestern and the Mississippi Valley, tend to start at 4:15. So one pitch, one out. That brings in the lefty Landon Thomas. He'll get a piece of one. Sends that right side of the infield. No problem for Massey. Fires for the first in time. So 2 pitches, 2 outs. And just like that, there are 2 away and no beyond for Colin Young. The scoreless top half of the first inning as we are just underway from Triad High School. Again, a 4:12 start. Still 4:12. There's already 2 outs on the board, and Tim Holloway cannot be pleased with that. Colin Young's had a nice start to the season, of course. Been ripping the ball pretty well. Had some struggles from the plate last season, always sound defensively, but has really found his offensive stroke here in the early going as he takes the pitch high. Catch is up and in, and that'll be an 0-1 count here on Young. We're kind of off the plate a little bit to the right. Don't quite have the vantage point we would at home where we are straight away behind the home plate umpire, but we'll let him bring you the balls and strikes as the pitch catch misses the outside corner this time to even the count for Colin Young. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 gone, nobody aboard here in the top half of the first. Rams on the road, of course, in their usual black tops with orange trim. Orange numerics trimmed in wide as this will catch the outside corner of the right-hander Young. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, 2 away here, top of the first. Triad wears off-white pants, a very, very light gray with a black stripe down the sides. As this next pitch is going to be up and in, counts even a Young, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Their tops are red, of course, with white trim on the sleeves and black numerics trimmed in white. Very nice, very crisp Triad uniforms. As Felix will throw inside, goes a little lower this time. The count's now full to Young. With Colton Metter waiting on deck. Chris Hugo with you today. Danny Zerwinski is on assignment. He'll be back with us tomorrow as we have the Saturday Sports Show after the 8 o'clock news tomorrow right here on AM 940. Next pitch on the way, and that'll be swung through and missed. 1-2-3 go the Rams, and they're half the first. Still no score. This is Mount Vernon Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. Where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. You're listening to Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back. Triad High School. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. No score between the Rams and the Knights. We'll meet the Knights batting order. Lucas Infante, the shortstop, will lead off, followed by Dalton Johnson, the third baseman. Keith Wright's at first. He bats third. Your cleanup hitter is Cody Massey, the second baseman. He made a pretty good play in the top half of the first. Tyler Carpenter bats fifth. He's out in right field. The designated hitter bats sixth. That's J.T. Barris, while Tyler Derleth is the left fielder batting seventh. Batting eighth is the catcher, Matt Mersinger, while Lucas Criley will bat ninth. For the Knights, they finished in third place last year in Class 3A, and that was a team that just happened to keep rolling through the postseason, got to the Super, got a big win there at Sauget, and then advanced to state, had a good look, had a good chance at the championship game appearance, but came up just short in their semifinal. Able to win their final game of the year. Only 2 teams could say that, first place and third place. What a good season it was. For a Triad Knight team out of the tough Mississippi Valley Conference, teams like Highland not that far off from a state title back in 2008. Civic Memorial is always tough. Triad Waterloo, of course, has the trophy from a couple of years ago as the first pitch to Lucas Infante will fall low and outside. It is a 1-0 count to get us started. He leads us off in the home half of the first inning with no score. Tyler Ellis will work out the stretch where he's comfortable, and he'll catch the outside corner that time just across the plate to Infante. The count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, gets us started in the home half of the first inning of a scoreless ball game. If you're just joining us, we got started about 4:12. Rams at 1-2-3 as this is going to be popped foul on a 1-1 pitch. Over to the third base dugout, Harrison gives chase, comes back into play, and he'll make the grab. And that's his great play. Sound defense, as always, from Sawyer Harrison. And then I'll bring up Dalton Johnson with 1 out, nobody on. Ellis, of course, again, 1-0 on the year. Had a win against Salem last Tuesday, maybe. It was Tuesday. Wow. We get started quick. We don't take any time off. Another righty in the box now as Dalton will take a strike on the outside corner. Ellis continues these masterful performances he's had on the bump for these past couple of seasons, and as a senior, he'll be sorely missed next year. 0-1 the count, 1 gone, bases empty, bottom one rather. Throws a strike inside as he's trying to paint the plate. Well ahead in the count here, no balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Again, bottom of the first inning with no score. The Rams and Triad here on the road. Glad to be with you, courtesy of Community First Bank, and that's a good stop by Colin Young. That ball is in the dirt in the left-handed batter's box, and he made a nice dive to his right, able to block the plate. Had the bases had anybody on, that would have been a run-saving block. Here comes the next one on the way, and that's going to be foul tipped back to the backstop. It keeps the count the same. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're here with you, courtesy of Community First Bank of the Heartland. They are the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX. And here at WMIXSports.com. 5 Jefferson County locations. That's more than anyone else. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you do have a choice at Jefferson County. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Another foul. It's a 5-pitch at-bat thus far for Dalton Johnson, the third baseman. Following him, of course, Keaton Wright. Defensively for the Rams, it's Clayton Reeves getting the start in left field today with Landon Thomas patrolling the real estate in center field. Jake Pike out in right. Around the horn from third to first, Sawyer Harrison, Matthew Williams, Hayden Paninsky, Colton Better. As we wait the pitch from Tyler Ellis, caught by Colin Young low and away, and that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty good at bat by Johnson. It's worked it to 6 pitches, even up the count and falling behind early, 0-2, and really trying to attack this at bat against Tyler Ellis. Pitch on the way, it's a foul tip just outside of the glove of Mr. Young, and that'll keep this at bat alive. 2-2 the count, 1 on, nobody out. Scoreless ball game in the bottom half of the first inning. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We do have some content up there as well. We'll try to keep you updated with the Lady Rams and even the Centralia Orphans. Another foul ball has extended this to an 8-pitch at bat thus far with pitch number 9 coming. Could be a payoff pitch from Tyler Ellis. See if he switches to the windup. Nope, going to stay out of the stretch. Looks in for the sign as Colin Young was looking off to the dugout. The 2-2 pitch on its way again, and this is going to miss high, and that'll work the count full. So a 9-pitch at bat, and this will be number 10. In most of the video games, you'd get bonus points for this. At least you win the EA Sports games. Next one's on the way. Foul ball that is going to be behind the plate toward the third base side. Young will get chased, and that'll sneak out of play. So that'll be a loud strike. And yet another pitch coming in this at bat as that was pitch number 10 to Dalton Johnson. That's a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom half of the first inning with no score. Here on Rams Baseball, we have booster sponsors we'll tell you about. We'll also try to keep you up to date some of the NCAA tournament. It's great. The Blue Jays get a big win over Cincinnati. Of course, they were the higher seed. They won 67-63, and a ground ball in play. It'll be over to Williams. Picks it up off one knee, gets up, fires across. Good stretch by Colton Metter and 1 away on the 6-3. So that'll bring up Keaton Wright with nobody on and 2 out in the bottom half of the first inning. The Rams trying to answer triad defensively here, trying to get the Knights to go down 1-2-3, but Keaton Wright could have other ideas. Going to slide some dirt around on the left-handed side of the batter's box. A big lefty in the 3-hole coming in for the Knights. With 2 outs, again, bottom of the first, no score. Ellis trying to get out of the inning, and he's been pretty good thus far, but Dalton Johnson worked in that bat to about 11 pitches. See how that factors in on this. He attacks the left-hander, trying to go outside corner, just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike to Keaton Wright. Cody Massey on deck here for the Knights in their half of the first. Ellis looks in for the sign, ready to go. Finally will deliver, and here it comes. That'll miss inside. Tried to go each side of the plate that time with a big burly lefty, and it didn't pay off. 2 balls, no strikes here for Keaton Wright, the first baseman. Saw him take batting practice, and man, he can hit. Here it comes. And he will slice one. That's going to be ripped down the left field line. A fair ball, could be extra bases. Around first, headed for second is Wright. Reeves will hurry the throw in, and that'll be a 2-out double here in the first by Keaton Wright. I was telling you that he could hit, and he has done that thus far. Oh, man. Good times. DC, of course, is on assignment today. If you're wondering why I keep talking, of course, I don't know that he usually gets to talk much anyway. I tend to talk a little too much. 2 gone with a runner on second. RBI chance for another lefty here. It's Cody Massey. See if he can try it on the board first. Ellis looks back at the runner. He'll fire home. Pitches on the way. He catches the inside corner. What he tried to do last time, he's able to do here. Gets across that inside corner to the left-handed bat, and we have an 0-1 count as Ellis gets ahead for a second time today. They will check on the runner. Do they have him? They do, and that'll get the Rams out of this inning on a great pickoff move by Tyler Ellis. Covering was a shortstop. We are through 1, no score. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Tax time means savings time. Use that tax refund at Second Chance Auto to purchase the best quality used vehicle around. In fact, in their 32-year history, the selection has never been better at Second Chance Auto. Clean, dependable, and great-looking cars, trucks, minivans, and a huge selection of small, mid-size, and full-size SUVs. Most priced under $10,000 with 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Yes, your tax refund is your ticket to the vehicle you've always wanted. At Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
The Brothers Grimm hit the Rend Lake College Theater with an epic fairy tale where worlds collide. Into the Woods premieres Thursday, March the 21st. Take a look at the darker or grimmer side of fairy tales, dealing with the themes of responsibility, consideration, and everyday values. See the latest Rend Lake College Theater masterpiece at 7 p.m. Showings Thursday, March the 21st through Saturday, March the 23rd, or the matinee at 2 p.m. on Sunday, March the 24th. Tickets are only $12 at the door, or call the box office at 437-5321, extension 1467.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com.
And we want to get back to Riot High School as we head to the top of the second inning. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Rams. Colton Metter, Trevor Flota, and Jake Pike. We appear courtesy of Community First Bank of the Heartland. See Bria or Debbie Ashby in Mount Vernon for personal banking. Welcome back to personal banking at Community First Bank. See them online at comfirstbank.net. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Chris Hugo with you. Danny Zerwinski, of course, on assignment today. You can follow us on Twitter to stay up to date. We are at WMIX Sports on Facebook under the same identity as well. As the pitcher Felix gets set, Metter stands in, takes a pitch low and away for ball one. Not a lot of that movement as it went low and outside to the right-handed bat, Colton Metter. Rams, of course, went 1-2-3 back in their half of the first. As the 1-0 will be a ground ball, first base side, hits it right to his counterpart. And 3 unassisted will be your first out of the second inning. That'll bring up Trevor Flota. DH spot today, of course, not defensively in the lineup, but still Rams taking advantage of that big bat. He was your Rend Lake College player of the game. I believe that was on Wednesday, because he got on base safely all 3 times, and I think, if I remember correctly, scored both Ram runs. Here it comes. Flota's going to take it about belt high inside, across the court. And it's 0-1 to T. Flo. On deck, of course, Jake Pike. Flota wears number 11 in baseball. We're number 33 in basketball, and that's the very number that Jake Pike wears here on the baseball diamond. Ooh. Flota will take one outside corner this time. Balls behind the count, no balls, and 2 strikes. All Stars and Stitches, one of our mini Rams booster sponsors here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. You can put a logo on it. All Stars and Stitches probably printed from apparel to banners and signs. See McDavid, All Stars and Stitches, just west of Benton High School, or call 435-5555 as Flota fouls off the 0-2 pitch, stays alive, keeps the count the same. We are 1 out the top of the second with no score, and it's an 0-2 count on Flota. 3-pitch at bat thus far as Felix gets out of the windup, fires. It'll miss high that time. Good waste pitch. So there's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jake Pike stares on deck. Clayton Reeves in the hole for this Ram lineup. They have been offensively hot to start the year up until the bats cooled off with the temperature. Back on Wednesday, the 1-2 pitch to Flota, foul tip. Might have gotten the umpire. That's not going to feel good. We'll know for sure if Mersinger gives the umpire some extra time. Might have got him to left field. We hope he's okay. Top of the second, no score. Bases empty for the Rams with 1 out, a 1-2 count on Trevor Flota, the DH. Outfield deep, except in centers. This is going to be fouled straight back. Nope, hits the backstop. And the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Flota creating a rather extensive at bat here. Trying to keep himself alive and get the pitch that he wants from Felix. Left fielder playing fairly deep. Of course, it's 325 down the lines. As this next one will miss outside of Flota. So the count, just like that, is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out, nobody on. We're in the top half of the second inning. We hope you'll join us tomorrow for Rams baseball at VK Field. Rams will welcome the Apollo Conference. Green wave from Matsu. The 2-2 pitch en route. Ooh, outside corner, and that'll ring him up, and that'll be the second strikeout today for Felix. Again, we're told he's being courted by SIU Edwardsville, which is where his older brother plays baseball. I believe older brother is Travis. Also played basketball for Coach Drake and the Bulldogs. By the Bulldogs, I mean the Knights. How about that? First pitch on the way for the lefty, Jake Pike. Ooh. It'll be a little up, and that'll be ball 1. Plenty to tell you about today. We need to find a Rend Lake College player of the game. We'll do that in our postgame show. Next one's going to catch the corner. Good pitch. It'll be 1-1, Jake Pike. Bases are empty, 2 gone. We're at the top of the second inning. A scoreless ball game thus far. Rams trying to shake that loss to Waterloo on Wednesday at home as Pike swings through an off-speed pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One of many Rams baseball games we'll have for you as we do every pitch of Rams baseball. This is the second year of that. Our 6th year of Rams baseball on the radio. Here comes. That's going to miss high. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Pike. Reeves awaiting his chance on deck with 2 outs in the top half of a scoreless second inning. Rams were able to go 1, 2, 3 in the top with first. Next one on the way, and that is going to be fouled off, sliced towards the tennis courts here at Triad. It does clear the backstop. Rams started to look like they were going to get Triad to go 1, 2, 3 in their half of the first, but a 2-out double by Wright was sent down the left field line. But great wherewithal by Matthew Williams and Hayden Paninsky and Tyler Ellis to get the runner picked off. Is this going to be a soft hit ground ball to second base by Pike on the 2-2? Fires over to first in time. Good play from Massey to Wright. So the Rams go 1, 2, 3 here in the second. We're through 1.5. Still no score. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Medicine Shop wants to become your pharmacy of choice. It's so easy to transfer your prescription. All it takes is a phone call from you. And the Medicine Shop will take care of the rest. They accept Medco, TRICARE, Express Scripts, and many 90-day plans as well. Plus, you'll find their pharmacy staff so helpful. No long wait times, no hassles getting in and out of their pharmacy. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
In almost every case, if a person has PPO or HMO insurance where they pay a copay at the cash register, that copay will be identical wherever you go. And even if your card says Humana or Walmart or Walgreens, chances are you can use that prescription card anywhere. Just to be sure, give us a call and we can tell you over the phone if that's the case with your specific plan.
Don't forget to ask the Medicine Shop about delivery service to your home or workplace. Convenience and friendliness, all for the same cost. Only at the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com.
And we welcome you back to Triad High School. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. Still no score from Triad as they will sit up 4, 5, and 6. So we Massey Carpenter and the DH Barris. Right-hander Ellis back on the hill for the second inning. First pitch can be a ground ball, chopped, shortstop side of second base bag. Good throw by Williams over to first base. Metter stays on the bag, and 1 pitch, 1 out, 6-3. Will be your first out of this bottom half of the second inning. No score yet from Triad. The Rams have gone 1, 2, 3. Have gone in regulation through their first 2 innings of work on the offensive side. For Triad, meanwhile, Carpenter's going to stand in, another left-handed bat, right fielder for the Knights. Rams are back in action Saturday, take Sunday off, of course, honoring Palm Sunday as the next pitch. First pitch of this at bat, however, will be 1-0 to Carpenter. Actually, they take every Sunday off. We're in IHSA bylaws, only under special circumstances. Usually, when you see a game on Sunday, this will be chopped, foul, down. First base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. You might see some basketball shootouts occasionally on a Sunday, especially in Chicagoland. The pitch won't go. Outstanding. Text coming in from all over. We're glad to have you with us here on WMIX. That's going to be a foul ball. Hopped over the first base bag. In the foul territory, actually just prior. Let's see. Should make the count 1 and 2. Just want to make sure I had it accurate. Tyler Carpenter, of course, the right fielder for the Knights. Another chilly day, but it's a lot better than it was on Wednesday. It's 43 degrees. Winds have calmed down. They were originally about 6 miles per hour to the east, southeast. This is going to be ripped down the third base side, just past the diving Sawyer Harrison. Could be extra bases for Carpenter. He heads around first to second base. The throw will come in, not in time. A good effort out in left field by Clayton Reeves, but not in time, and that'll be a 1-out double by Tyler Carpenter. Of course, the last night they reached second base on a double was picked off. We'll see if the Rams are able to do that again. We are on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. 1 minute past the bottom of the 4 o'clock hour here in the Central Time Zone. Chris Hugo with you today. Jesse Clark is back in our Mount Vernon studio. Danny Zerwinski on assignment. He's back with us tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Show. 8:08 until 10 o'clock. You won't want to miss it tomorrow. We have a great lineup of guests coming your way. And we have most of our guests for tomorrow confirmed. This is I was just saying, this did hit the runner in the box on a foul ball. Hit him in his left ankle and then bounced to the foul territory. Good pickup, good umpiring crew that we have here today. I'm sorry that I don't have their names for you. They're doing a great job. Good strike zone nearly going, and that was a great pickup there by the infield umpire on a foul ball. There's a pitch inside to jam the batter. Barris, of course, J.T. Barris at DH. Hit it off his ankle in the batter's box. So by rule of foul ball, by rule of strike. Thus far, we are scoreless in the home half of the second. A runner on second. RBI chance here. Pitch in the dirt. Good block by Young. That's a 1-1 count. Derleth, the left fielder's on deck. And what the Rams will hope will be a quiet second inning. A one-out double could change things here, especially if Barris is able to do much here at the plate for the Knights. Ellis gets set, looks at the runner. They're not in pickoff mode. As his next pitch catches the outside corner of the right-handed bat, J.T. Barris. It's a 1-2 count now here in the home half of inning number 2. Still goose eggs on the scores. Lady Rams, of course, last check, were trailing at DuQuoin 1-0. A good game. They picked that up. Over the course of this week, good job by Lance Bolt and Doug Creel to get some games on the schedule after losing some to washouts. This will be a foul ball down the third base side. The count remains 1-2 to Barris. Lady Rams also picked up a game with Waltonville Central on April the 1st. That's a Monday, and that's no April Fools. We will be there as we'll get to make finally our season debut for Lady Rams softball. Waltonville Central, a 2A school because of the co-op. But because the co-op hosted by Waltonville, technically a Midland Trail school. 1-0, where is it go? Or 1-2, where's it go? That's going to be ripped just past a little Olay ball into right field. Some trouble with it by Pike. Could allow the run to score. There won't be a play at the plate as it becomes 1-0 Triad. A good effort, though, to get it back in. Carpenter comes around to score on an RBI single by Barris. If you're the Rams, that is the last thing that you want to see happen. Derleth will check in now. Batter's box. Still trying to get some of these basketball terms out of the vocabulary. Bottom of the second inning, a 1-0 lead. Triad strikes first, an RBI single by Barris. It was a double by Carpenter that put them in RBI range. As Ellis gets set, a runner off of first. Not much of a lead by Barris. The first pitch is inside the Derleth, the right-hander. Gets ahead in the count here, 1 ball, no strikes. Temperature's a lot better. It's climbing a little bit. Understand that weather permitting, if we're able to get the game in against Benton on Monday. Of course, not much of a chance of Priest at Monday, but threats of snow for some of the region. This is going to be a 1-0 pitch sent to center field. Waiting on it is Landon Thomas. It's about midway. Retreating back to first will be Barris, and there's 2 away. Mercinger, the catcher, will stand in. A right-handed bat, of course. Batting 8. For the Knights, he's going to get some instruction down from the third base side. Ellis, of course, trying to keep the runner on first. Holding him, or trying to, is our first baseman, Colton Better. Pitch on the way, and that is going to be ripped just past Harrison into left field. That could be extra bases, but it won't because Barris is able to get past second. So first and second now on the single. And the hits are ensuing now for the Knights. 2 on and 2 out in the second innings. A 1-0 Triad lead. The Rams beat Triad in the regular season last year. Triad went on quite the roll, however, in the postseason, winning a regional then a sectional. And then finally won the Super at the home of the Gateway Grizzlies, GCS Park at Sauget. Then had a chance to win a semifinal game and give themselves a championship berth. But falter in that to claim third place. Not a bad season last year for Triad. As this first pitch to the lefty, Criley, is going to be a blooper, but it's going to be a shade foul down the left field line, and that'll be a very loud strike 1. So no balls to the strike to Criley with 2 on and 2 out in the second. It's still a 1-0 ball game with the Knights on top. Rams are 3-1 on the year. First loss of the season came on Wednesday to another team out of the Mississippi Valley, as the Rams will have played 3 straight before taking on an Apollo team on Saturday with a doubleheader against Mattoon. Mattoon, of course, no longer in the Big 12. The Apollo for the first year this year, as this will be a pitch, good-looking pitch, inside corner to Criley. He falls behind 0-2. Rams would love to get out of this inning with Triad straining the pair. On first and second are your runners with 2 outs in this home half of the second. Ellis peers into his catcher, Colin Young, looking for the sign, looks back at the runner, will fire home out of the stretch. That just misses outside. So a lefty-righty matchup in terms of the batter and pitcher, respectively. Triad trying to keep this inning going and puts a big number on the board. 1-0 at the moment here in the bottom of the second. Chris Hugo with you on WMIX. It's going to miss high this time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gone green here in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler Center, your chief headquarters of Southern Illinois. Find their selection online at KingCityChrysler.com. As it's a pitch in the dirt on 2-2 to be get 3-2. The count's full with 2 outs and 2 aboard here in the second. By going green, we are not using any electricity whatsoever today. Interesting. 1-0 score, the full count. The old Jefferson County pickoff play, as we tell you about. Shortstop race is over. They call off the play and then quickly throw to the second baseman who comes over to cover. Of course, the Rams around the horn defensively, as we told you earlier. Sawyer Harrison, Matthew Williams, Hayden Paninsky, and Colton Better, your infield. Tyler Ellis, the pitcher, throwing to Colin Young. Full count is going to be a foul tip. By foul tip, he hits it over the backstop. Looked like he was just barely going to get a piece of it, and it just kept going. Out in the outfield for the Rams, it's Reeves, Thomas, and Pike. Usually if I say a foul tip, and it's not, I didn't see it. That'll be our little secret. Bottom of the second, 2 on, 2 out. A 1-0 Triad lead. Ellis throws, and this is going to be sent to center, but hey, who's there? Landon Thomas, he makes the grass. So Triad strands 2, but not before they score 1. It's 1-0 Knights. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. And when there are back problems, pain is always a constant companion. The Orthopedic Center also specializes in pain management, so put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner. Customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
Back to Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back, Rams Baseball. Top half of the third we go. Triad strikes first. They take a 1-0 lead in this top half of the third inning. Bottom of the order for the Rams is it'll be Clayton Reeves, Sawyer Harrison, and Hayden Paninsky. If anybody gets oops, not the wrong score. There we get it fixed. Well, not a lot of action going on today, at least not in our company. Say more about that as Reeves trying to bunt his way on. Got a little too much of it, sending it down the first base side. That'll be a strike, 0-1. But a good idea by Clayton, trying to get the Rams first hit of the afternoon and become the Rams first base runner. The Rams now trail DuQuoin in the third, 8-0. That game they picked up on the softball diamond for today after Jefferson County Invitational was washed away on Monday afternoon. 1-0 here with an 0-1 count on Reeves. The right-hander will take it low and away. And the count evens itself up with 1 ball and 1 strike. That scoreboard update brought to you by Tony Wilkes, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance financial service needs, find Tony in his office. Log on to TonyWilkes.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep about town. Get to a better state with State Farm as Reeves fouls it into the middle of the catcher, Mersinger. And it'll be a 1-2 count. Nobody on, nobody out as Clayton gets it started here in the top of the third, a 1-0 Knight lead. Gets a piece of it, sends it foul, third base side of the backstop. And it'll keep this count at 1-2. Not a bad effort today by Jordan Felix. Has gotten the Rams to go 1-2-3 in both innings of work. A pair of strikeouts today and has not allowed a base runner. So as you would say, perfect through 2 thus far. The next one on the way, Reeves is going to get a piece of that. Foul ball behind the backstop. Look out, as that will clear the bleachers behind the backstop and keep the count 1-2. I have a couple of friends here, and one did not park in the best spot possible, but that he didn't care. He had a lot of stuff to load and unload. I believe the Horse Triad has really taken care of us today. Jeff Falkenberg, the athletic director, does a great job here at Triad High School. As the 1-2 bounces around outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Reeves with Harrison on deck. Rams trail 1-0, gave up a double with 1 out. In the bottom of the second to Carpenter. Barris comes right behind and gets an RBI single. That's been the difference thus far, though Triad has stranded 2. Ground ball up the middle, but good range by the second baseman. Massey fires to first, not in time. And the speed of Clayton Reeves will get him an infield single. It gives the Rams their first base runner today. breaks up just about everything. Perfecto, the no-no, you name it, as Clayton Reeves gets a leadoff single to bring up Sawyer Harrison. We'll see if the Rams can manufacture a run to get it right back here in the top of the third inning. Back on the air tomorrow, as we told you, the Greenway from Matt Toon to come to town. 12:45 will be our pregame for Game 1 from Brennan Klein Memorial Field. Of course, the Saturday Sports Show will take place first. We have the 8 o'clock news tomorrow morning right here on AM 940. As that is going to be a ball ripped right to the shortstop. Reeves trying to get back to first. The throw from the shortstop will pull the first baseman right off of the bag, and Reeves gets a reprieve there after a line drive out, allowed out by Sawyer Harrison, right to the shortstop and Fani. He had a great play on a double play, but rushed the throw, and it pulls the first baseman right off the bag, so the Rams, with one out, keep a runner aboard. For the Ram, Hayden Panenski getting the start today at second base. Has pretty good range. Played short at times last year. And he signed at the South Southern Player of the Year last year. Zach Jones would have to pitch or leave the shortstop position. That's where Hayden Panenski would come in. Also played some outfield for Tim Holloway last year. Has a 1-0 count here as he took the first pitch inside. Top 3 action from Triad High School. Of course, we're here for football every other year. Would love to see them in basketball on a regular basis. As Panenski shows bunt with a runner going. Shortstop slow to cover, and that one's going to get away, but there to back up, of course, is Criley. As Clayton Reeves will get the stolen base. So a runner in scoring position now for the Rams. Need to capitalize on this opportunity, as I believe the count to be 2 balls and no strikes to Hayden Panenski. Here in the top of the third inning. Rams trail 1-0. Trying to get the run back here, maybe tie it up, maybe do a little bit more. Panenski outside the box will dig back in. Get set and get ready against Jordan Felix, the pitcher. The right-hander relegated to the stretch with the runner aboard. Keeps an eye on Reeves. Reeves got dirty, threatens to go again, and this will be a strike outside corner to the right-handed bat. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, a runner on second here in the third. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, we're glad to have you with us. Don't forget, we'll have a Red Lake College Player of the Game, rlc.edu. See how you can save thousands on your college education. At Red Lake College, it's time. Reeves threatening to go. This time it's going to be low and away, and I believe the count to be 3 balls and a strike to Panenski. Pretty good at bat. Of course, Hayden, one of our Twitter followers, if I'm not mistaken, we tweeted a pic of him and Rams basketball coach Scott Gamber when Hayden was the one who decided to dress like Coach Gamber on senior night. That's typically what they've done the past couple of years. We hope you'll follow us on Twitter as well, at WMIX Sports. 3-1's going to venture low and away, and that'll put 2 aboard now. The 1-out walk puts runners on first and second. We return to the top of the order. Matt Williams back in the first. Ripped one to right field. Looked like a may go for extra bases. To sneaking into the play was Tyler Carpenter. So 1 pitch, 1 out at that time in the first. The Rams actually had 2 outs just after 2 pitches. And then Colin Young worked about a 7-pitch at bat, eventually coming to the strikeout. And that ended the first. So 0-1 is Williams today. Shows bunt, pulls back. Runners are going. And both will advance. That's a wise decision by Matt Mercier to put it in his back pocket. Not a good transition from glove to throwing hand. Panenski could have been hung up between first and second, decided to go ahead and go after hesitating slightly, and Mercier decides to put it in his pocket instead of risking the throw to second, allowing the tying run to score. So a 1-0 count to Williams. A 1-0 ball game. The Rams trail 1-0. They now have runners in scoring position, second and third, with only 1 out. Felix gets set. Here comes the pitch. Catches the outside corner. Felix located that one very, very well. And now the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here in the third. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports as we shade towards the 5 o'clock hour. Remind you the 5 o'clock news today. 94.1 FM only if you're getting set for that as a check swing, but it catches the outside corner on 1-1, makes it 1-2 to Matthew. He'll play golf next year at Red Lake College. Clayton Reeves gets a little bit of a lead off the third. Panenski a lead off the second. And the Rams are looking to rip and roar here in the third. Here comes a pitch on the way, and just getting a piece of it is Williams over my right shoulder foul. Stays alive with a 1-2 count. The Triad lineup doesn't have many juniors. I think 1 junior, the catcher Mercier, but everybody else pretty well senior or sophomore. Triad team that had a loaded junior class last year is expected to make some noise this year. Of course, they've been successful. They won a sectional in 2010. Lost to Waterloo, I think, in the postseason in 2011. I'd have to go back and double-check that, but they won a sectional and finished in third last year. They lost to Super back in 2010. That was a great game between the Rams and the Knights in the Altop Sectional Championship in 2010, as these two have been formidable rivals on the baseball diamond over the past decade. 1-0 ball game now in the third. Regular season action for Triad High School as Felix looks back at the runner on second, Hayden Paninsky. And we're going to have time called as Coach will come out to talk to his infield and his pitcher. This break in the action is presented by the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Of course, the Medicine Shop's top priority is customer care, and they do a great job of that and have been for well over 30 years. Dr. Eric Black and his staff at the Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon. Chris Hugo with you on WMIX. Again, 94 News at 5. We'll be on 94.1 FM only today, brought to you by Ford Square, King City Chrysler, and the Mount Vernon Church of Christ. We have a 1-0 game brewing here in the top of the third. The Rams are threatening with a 1-2 count on the batter, Matthew Williams, and only one out. Tying run on third. The go-ahead run is on second. Felix trying to get set after a visit to the mound, trying to regain his composure as he slides to the stretcher. The right-hander winds and fires, wind up, and it's going to be a ground ball to second. That'll score a runner. Massey picks up and fires. And that'll be a 4-3 ground-out RBI for Matthew Williams to tie this one up. So we are now tied at 1 on a good piece of manufactured small ball here by the Rams. Not bad. Clayton Reeves, of course, got it started with a base hit to right field and then still a pair of bases. And a 4-3 ground out gets a run across the plate. Still a runner on third for Landon Thomas. He's still turned in on one. The lefty ahead in the count here, 1-0. He is also headed to RLC next year. He's going to take a different course than that of Matthew Williams. He's going to play baseball. Tied at 1 in the third inning. The ground ball, first base side, shouldn't be a problem for Wright. And just like that, Triad gets the Rams to strand a runner, but not before they tie it up at 1. We are through 2.5. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
The 2013 Chevy Malibu beats the competition. Come to Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon and see the all-new Malibu's beautiful interior styling with more standard features than the competition. And right now, generous factory incentives make this car more affordable than ever. Schmidt Chevrolet has the best selection anywhere, with 20 Malibus in stock and more on the way. You will love the Malibu. Hurry to Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Southern Illinois now has a better home for sports. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Jam-packed with local scores, video highlights, and archives of every local sports broadcast on WMIX. Did your team win? Missed that game-winning shot last night? Didn't catch your favorite coach on the Saturday Sports Show? WMIXSports.com is right at your fingertips. On your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, or your video game console. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to WMIX and WMIXSports.com. We're tied at 1 as we head to the home half of the third. Should be the top of the order for the Knights. It'll be Infante, Johnson, and Wright. Battling Tyler Ellis, senior ace for this Rams pitching staff, getting his second start of the year. He's 1-0. Before today, had a perfect earned run average, and he'll fire a first pitch strike across the outside corner. So quickly, it's 0-1. To get us started. The Rams have one run on one hit, so they have one left on base. That's the way to get on base, is Infante will take the plunking right in the thigh. And that'll put a leadoff runner aboard for the Knights here in the third. This is not typically a game where you'll see one team blow the other out. We usually go the distance. Of course, we're tied now, 1-1. The Rams, the Knights here from Triad, just get my bearings about me, just to the east of Triad High School, beyond the football field, beyond the tennis facility. Softball field behind us, and here comes the first pitch strike across the plate to Johnson. Ball's behind, 0-1. Busy week next week as well. The Benton Rangers come to town on Monday. Head to Effingham allegedly on Tuesday. We'll believe it when we see it. As the runner's going, that's going to be a foul ball, third base side. It's 0-2 here to Johnson as Infante is trying to swipe the second base back. We've gotten the Effingham game in, I think, all of 3 times in the 6 years we've been doing Rams baseball. That might be high. Then on Wednesday, it should be Lombard-Montini with Althoff coming into town on Thursday. And a Good Friday matchup with the DuQuoin Indians. This will be a ground ball softly at second base. Paninsky fires a throw to Metter, and that'll advance the runner. So 4-3 gets the first out, but there's a runner in scoring position now as Bonnie heads down to second. Jesse Clark's doing a great job back at our Mount Vernon studio. I'm Chris Hugo on WMIX. We're at WMIXSports.com as we are every day, and we will have this broadcast archived. As you can go back and relive every moment of Rams baseball from last year and this year thus far, as we're going to have a conference at the Mount. We're going to talk it over with Tyler Ellis. It's about 43 degrees. The winds have died down, probably about 4 miles per hour. It's a calm wind. On an overcast Friday afternoon here from Madison County. Break of the action, of course, presented by the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Eric Black and his staff at the Medicine Shop, their top priority is top-notch customer care. Ooh. What a day we've had for you thus far. Conference over, and we will resume play as Tyler Ellis will get set. The batter is big number 9, Keaton Wright. He had a double back in the first, but was later picked off, and I'm sure the Rams would talk a little strategy with the go-ahead run, standing on second base. Always an RBI chance for Wright, whether the bases are empty or not. And out of the stretch, Ellis gets set. He'll fire home, and this one's going to be whacked towards center. Retreating is Landon Thomas, and he will make the grab with one hand. The runner will tag. And the Canada Thomas will not get to throw to third base in time, but a sac fly to center, and Wright advances the runner. I know we thought he had more, but that was perfectly played by Landon Thomas, who was able to make a nice one-handed grab. So 2 outs here in the third now with a runner on third base. Go-ahead runner stands on third for Cody Massey, who grounded out to short his last time. Left-handed bat in this triad lineup, surprise, surprise. Is there trying to unlock this 1-1 score. See what happens. Righty Ellis gets set. This is going to be, just foul down the left field line. Gets picked up by the home plate umpire. That'll be a very, very loud strike for the Rams. Tell you about Sarah Staley, one of our Rams booster sponsors. Of course, tomorrow is the day that anything can happen. We hope you're ready. You'll be ready when you meet with Sarah Staley at Country Financial in Mount Vernon, because you get a one-on-one relationship and a plan that meets your goals. Country Financial, what's your idea of financial security? How about some security here? As this is going to be a soft pop fly, but it'll be a bloop single to the outfield, and Triad takes a 2-1 lead on the RBI blooper by Cody Massey, and the lefty strikes now and makes it a 2-1 advantage for the Knights. Triad in their red tops and black numerics and white trim. Very, very light gray or dark white, if that makes sense, pants. Rams, of course, always wear gray pants and the black tops, Norse numerics, trimmed in white with the MV interlocking on the Nike hats. First pitch to the lefty, and this Carpenter's going to send it deep. Pike's going to have to give it a great chase, and will just miss it at the wall. Around third, headed for home, is Cody Massey. Carpenter's going to head for third base. The throw will not be in time, and it's an RBI triple for Carpenter. Triad takes a 3-1 lead. Things are really starting to go the night way here in the third. Not bad. So 2 runs in the third give Triad a 3-1 lead, as their bats have really come alive. Rams baseball, as always, presented by Community First Bank. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to personal banking, member FDIC. They are the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams Athletics on the radio, and we are thankful. Harrison will try to keep the runner close at third base, playing even with the bag, as the first pitch to Barris is in the dirt for ball 1. He had an RBI single that scored Tyler Carpenter back in the second, but Carpenter comes up again here in the third inning, comes up with an RBI triple of his own. 1-0 pitch on the way, and this one's going to be raked foul down the right field side out of play into the woods. And that'll leave the count at 1-1. The Rams will keep us busy, but the Lady Rams will see some action on the radio. They have a few games before April the 1st, but we'll be there as they battle the Waltonville Cesarolier Lady Spartans. This is going to be a ground ball to short, picked up by Williams. He rifles it over to first. That's a great tag by Colton Metter. Pulled him off the bag on the quick throw, but as Colton always does, he applies the tag, and that gets the Rams out of the inning, 6-3. We are through 3, but more damage done as Triad takes a 3-1 lead into the fourth. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ida. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Startup businesses, and they come in the door, they're pretty green.
Randy Atkinson, owner of Heartland Accounting, on why he is a small business expert.
I have had businesses where I've talked to people in their garage and have grown it to work in 3 states. There's a lot of tremendous opportunity to help people from the very inception of their business, whether it's just talking about what does it take to become successful, what sorts of things do we need to stay legal. I feel very qualified to help people get to where they want to be. I've had that experience and have helped that situation become successful.
Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
You're listening to Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
And we'll get back. Triad High School, the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. It was another very successful drive one for your school event last week. A lot of money raised for Rams Athletics. Thank you for everyone who took the time to test drive a select Ford or Lincoln motor vehicle at Ford Square last week and give up to $6,000 back to Rams Athletics. If you happen to like any of those vehicles you may have test driven or curious about a Ford or Lincoln, log on to browse our inventory online at FordSquare.com or see for yourself at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. It's 3-1 Knights as we head to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 as we see the meat of the order from the Rams here. A right-handed catcher, Kellen Young, will get us started, followed by Metter and Flota in their half of the 4th. Foul tip out in front was Young. It'll be 0-1. We'll also have a Red Lake College player of the game. That'll be in your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Immediately following this one, we're in the 4th already. Hard to believe. 3-1 the Knights lead. The bats came alive. There was a hit batsman that really started the damage back in their half of the inning just a half inning ago as another front-footed foul ball. 0-2 to Colin Young. So Bonnie scored on the RBI single by Massey. Massey comes around to score on the RBI triple by Carpenter. Then Veras gets a great defensive play from Colt Metter to end the inning on a great throw. It was a rush throw, but a strong cannon from Matt Williams, shortstop, and Metter applied the tag as he pulled off the bat. Good eye by Colin Young. Takes it up and away to the right-handed bat. Get back in the count here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out as Colin gets it started. Takes a rip at it. It's a ground ball to Johnson at third. He'll fire across the diamond, and there's your first out. On a great defensive play. That's one thing like the Mount Vernon Rams defense we know is sound. Triad pretty well cut from a similar cause. And that will bring up Colt Metter. Colton, of course, rounded out to his counterpart at first base, Keaton Wright, his last time up on the 2nd. Rams did strike. Clayton Reeves, of course, singled the lead off the 3rd, stole a pair of bases, and was finally brought in on a ground out. As this time, Metter goes right side again. This sneaks its way through a seeing-eye single between the first and second baseman, and a good job. Colt Metter gets a 1-out single. That puts the runner aboard for Trevor Flota, DH today. Struck out looking his last time up, and you hated to see that for T. Flo because he worked the at-bat to about 8 pitches before finally getting a fastball outside, and it was rung up as a strikeout. That was the last victim, at least as far as strikeouts are concerned, for Felix. He's been a little choppy since then. A runner on first, 1 out, top 4, still a 3-1 Knight lead, but a good chance for Flota as Felix gets set out of the stretch. And this is going to be bombed to right field, but they're waiting on it as he comes up to get it as Carpenter. And that was a good rip by Flota. It'll be the second out as Carpenter was right where he needed to be at the right time. So 2 away, 1 on. We're at the top of the 4th inning, a 3-1 Triad lead. Red Lake College, of course, can save you thousands of your college education. Log on to rlc.edu to see which of the more than 100 degree and certificate programs is right for you. First pitch to Pike is going to be ripped to right center field. Carpenter on his horse will let it drop. That'll be runners on first and second on the 2-out single by Pike. 2 on and 2 out now for Clayton Reeves. He scored the Rams' only run, stole a pair of bases this last time after getting a leadoff single with the Rams' first hit of the day. Since then, they've been able to get 2 more and now have 1 run on 3 hits. Like to extend that number in the run column if they can. At least the defense has been flawless thus far today for the Orange and Black. This here with 2 on and 2 out in the 4th. Reeves represents the go-ahead run at the plate. And Jordan Felix, if I call him Travis, I apologize. That's older brother. Still at night by the time we start doing Rams baseball some 6 years ago. 3-1 ball game here in the top of the 4th. 2 on, 2 out. Reeves trying to get the Ram offense going. It gets out in front of the off-speed pitch. It was low. He chases. and it's 0-1. Busy broadcast schedule for us this spring. You can find it online at WMIXsports.com, whether you like Google Calendar or if you're on your mobile phone and want to check it out. Our mobile site has a calendar friendly for you. Pardon me. 0-1, the count to Reeves. He takes it high, brushed back slightly. Although I think that was more by his own accord, and we have a 1-1 count with 2 gone, 2 aboard. Tim Holloway's Rams trying to threaten. Pike will get some instruction from first base coach Quinn McClure. Trailing 3-1, trying to avoid back-to-back losses for the first time in a while. Ooh, out in front is Reeves. That one's sent past it on a swing, and it's 1-2. Rams have stranded a runner. That was an inning to go as they got their first base runners in the third. Trying to keep this inning going. We'll have one of our booster sponsors on the air with us tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Show. We'll tell you about that in a little bit later. As Reeves will take it high and tight. Good eye there by Clayton. Works the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 gone. Top of inning number 4. The Rams need 2 runs to tie it up. 3-1. Tying runs on first, so go ahead and run here at the plate. It is an RBI chance of Colton Mentor, a slight marginal lead. Off of the second base bag. Left fielder shading toward the line, which leaves a gap in left center. Reeves is going to foul this one off. It's the tip top of the backstop. And it keeps the count 2-2. Where Harrison will come out to retrieve the foul ball, and back to play will go. Felix out of the stretch, the right-hander, big and burly. Not batting today for the Knights. Replaced by the DH Barris, who's done some damage for Triad. Better trying to get ahead of Felix, doing a great job of that as he'll have to step off the rubber. Now toes it back. Ready to get set and see what he can do. Will it be make or break? 2-2 the count with 2 outs and 2 aboard here in the top of the 4th inning. The margin of lead is 2 for the Knights. Trying to keep it here. Felix looks at the runner, gets set, fires home. Reeves gets out in front, sends it to third base, where Johnson will step on the bag, and that'll end the inning. We are through at 3.5, still 3-1 Triad. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Medicine Shop wants to become your pharmacy of choice. It's so easy to transfer your prescription. All it takes is a phone call from you. And the Medicine Shop will take care of the rest. They accept Medco, TRICARE, Express Scripts, and many 90-day plans as well. Plus, you'll find their pharmacy staff so helpful. No long wait times, no hassles getting in and out of their pharmacy. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
In almost every case, if a person has PPO or HMO insurance where they pay a copay at the cash register, that copay will be identical wherever you go. And even if your card says Humana or Walmart or Walgreens, chances are you can use that prescription card anywhere. Just to be sure, give us a call and we can tell you over the phone if that's the case with your specific plan.
Don't forget to ask the Medicine Shop about delivery service to your home or workplace. Convenience and friendliness, all for the same cost. Only at the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Listen to us from any device at WMIXsports.com. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Rams Baseball. We head to the home half of the 4th inning with the bottom of the order due up for Triad. Barring any changes to the lineup, Tyler Derliff, Matt Mersinger, and Lucas Priley for Triad. As they lead 3-1 heading to this home half of the 4th inning. We'll get you a scoreboard update a little bit later on. Brought to you by Tony Wilt. Ellis comes out for another inning. Of course, his team trailing 3-1. First pitch could be announced. A ground ball softly hit. Williams comes up firing the first, on target that time. At 6-3, will be yet another out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. You have to like those odds. Quick update for you. Belleville West leads the Orphans 5-1 through 1. After 3, Effingham leads Altamont 4-0 in baseball action today. After 3 innings, Alton leads Jersey 1-0. That's on the baseball side. And we'll try to get you an update from Lady Rams softball at DuQuoin here in just a moment as the first pitch is across the outside corner to the junior catcher Mersinger. At last check, it was in the 3rd inning. The Lady Rams did trail 8-0 to a very good DuQuoin team, missing one of their superstars as the next pitch is in the dirt. And it's a 1-1 count. At last check, it was 8-0 heading into the 4th inning. Lady Rams trailing DuQuoin, and this is going to be muscled through the right side of the infield by Matt Mersinger on a 1-1 pitch, and he'll get a 1-out single. Puts a runner on for the Knights with 1 out, and Lucas Priley standing in. As we will have a courtesy runner, and that will be Jared Crutcher for the catcher Mersinger. go just past the top of the 5 o'clock hour. WMIX, Mount Vernon, Marion, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Welcome those of you tuned in wherever you may be heading, or if you're listening to us on WMIXsports.com or your smartphone, we welcome you there as well. Some might be tuned in on an Xbox. We've been told that's possible. Lead off of first base for the runner, Crutcher, and a high pitch to the left-handed back, Criley. Gets ahead in the count here, 1-0. Ellis trying to get the Rams out of this inning. Could use a double play ball, and that's where the Rams infield defense is set at double play depth. As the runners are the middle infield playing a little closer to second base bag. It's a 1-0 count to Lucas Criley. 3-1 ball game. Out of the fourth inning with a runner on and just one out. Chris Hugo with you. Danny Zawinski on assignment. Next one misses just a little low. I have a 3-0 count. It is 3-0. Doing a great job here at Triad. They welcomed us with open arms. We appreciate all of the help and hospitality of Triad High School. Here comes a 3-0 pitch. There comes the obligatory 3-1 as it catches the inside corner. A lot going on today. There's still quite a few people here given the weather. A lot going on with basketball. Comebacker right to the pitcher. He throws the shortstop. Williams. Will it be 1-6-3? It will be. And the Rams get out of the inning on a 1-6-3 double play. Started by the pitcher, Ellis. And we are through 4. Still 3-1 Knights. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Tax time means savings time. Use that tax refund at Second Chance Auto to purchase the best quality used vehicle around. In fact, in their 32-year history, the selection has never been better at Second Chance Auto. Clean, dependable, and great-looking cars, trucks, minivans, and a huge selection of small, mid-size, and full-size SUVs. Most priced under $10,000 with 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Yes, your tax refund is your ticket to the vehicle you've always wanted. At Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Startup businesses, and they come in the door, they're pretty green.
Randy Atkinson, owner of Heartland Accounting, on why he is a small business expert.
I have had businesses where I've talked to people in their garage and have grown it to work in 3 states. There's a lot of tremendous opportunity to help people from the very inception of their business, whether it's just talking about what does it take to become successful, what sorts of things do we need to stay legal. I feel very qualified to help people get to where they want to be. I've had that experience and have helped that situation become successful.
Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
Find us on Facebook under WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back, Rams Baseball, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. We head to the 5th inning for the Rams. It should be Sawyer Harrison, Hayden Paninsky, and Matthew Williams as we see 8, 9, and 1 in the top of the 5th against Jordan Phelix, who has pitched pretty well here today. First pitch of this 5th inning is going to be high to the right-handed Harrison. He gets ahead of the count. 1 ball and no strikes. Rams Baseball powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. They welcome you back to personal banking. See Joanne Joy for a residential loan at ComFirst. Visit them online at ComFirstBank.net as 1-0 quickly becomes 2-0 high and away. Harrison ahead of the count. Rams Athletics has always been presented by 3D First this year. We appreciate them and hope they'll stick around as we continue to bring you the best in Rams Athletics here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com into the future as it's a foul tip. 2 balls and 1 strike to Sawyer Harrison. Hayden Paninsky on deck for the orange and black. As Phelix out of the windup will get set. He fires. Ground ball ripped right up the middle, just past Phelix, and the second baseman or shortstop to get to it. And that will be a leadoff single for Harrison, and I think the Rams will take that. Brings up Paninsky, who represents the tying run as the Rams trail 3-1. Lady Rams fall to DuQuoin today, 10-0 in 5 innings. Tony Wilt brings you our scoreboard updates all season long. Find Tony online at TonyWilt.com. But look for that white State Farm Jeep around town, or you never know, maybe parked right out there in front of his office. Get to a better state with State Farm. It's going to be a first pitch strike on the outside corner to the right-handed bat Paninsky. With a runner Harrison on first, led off the inning with a single right up the middle. Almost tore the buns right off of the pitcher Phelix. Paninsky represents the tying run. The Polish power at the plate. They're going to check on the runner Harrison. Back with a head first dive and not even close. Here in the top of this 5th inning. We'll head to the bottom half of the 5th, due up for Triad. Eventually, it'll be the top of the order. That's where the Rams got a nice 1-6-3 double play. First DP turn this season as Harrison's really messing with the mind of the pitcher Phelix. Throws that one right into the dirt. And he wins up the count to Paninsky, 1 ball and 1 strike. Looked like maybe he wanted to go pitch up. It looked like also he wanted to go pitch. It looked like he couldn't make up his mind, and that was a definite release point issue. Rifled right into the dirt. 1-1 pitch is on its way, and that is going to be reached out for. Sit first base side. They go to second for 1. That's all they're going to get. That will be 3-6 on the fielder's choice. We'll leave a runner on first. That brings up Matthew Williams. Headed to Red Lake next year to play golf. Here in the top of the 5th, though, it's 3-1. Rams down 2. Tying run Williams is at the plate. Spelak somehow has managed to get himself out of most innings more often than not today. Scattered 1 run across 3 hits. Pretty effective today for the Knights, who are 2-0. Here comes the pitch on the way, and that's going to miss outside of the right-handed Williams. Gets ahead here, 1 ball and no strikes. Back on the air tomorrow with the Rams doubleheader. Can't believe it's Friday. Haven't had a Friday game in a while. Really, we've only gone like 2 Fridays without a game, but still. You miss 1, you miss 2, it feels a little awkward as they'll check on the runner at first base. And just getting back somehow, I don't know how, is Paninsky under the tag. And that was a bang-bang play and a very close call. But the count here at the plate is 1-0 on Matthew Williams. The runner on first base, 1 gone in the 5th. Still a 3-1 Triad lead. As Spelax will look over. He's going to fire over again, and this time it's not close. Paninsky's safe. And forget about Community First Bank of the Heartland. 5 Jefferson County locations. That's way more than anyone else. 2 in Mount Vernon, of course, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina as well. Check out their special debit cards. You might just have your favorite mascot. ComFirstBank.net for more details. Swung through on a fastball right down the middle. And just like that, the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike to Williams, 1 gone with the runner aboard. 5 innings. 4 innings in the book, or the 5th. Ooh. It is a little chilly out here, but not nearly as bad as it was a few days ago. 43 degrees at the start of the game. We got started about 4:12. This is a 1-1 pitch, swung on a miss. They're going to throw down to the second. And retired on the throw is Hayden Paninsky as he's caught stealing. So that'll be 2 outs for the Rams, and now the bases are empty. And behind in the count is Williams, 1 ball and 2 strikes as he was trying to protect the plate and trying to aid Paninsky into getting to second base safely. Rams could not find second base in this inning. It was a 3-6 fielder's choice with a Race Harrison for the base pass. Williams will reach out for 1, send it to short. Should it be a problem for Infante? He'll fire across, but Williams beats it out. What do I know? It may not have been a problem for Infante to field the ground ball, but the throw did not get there in time. And a great hustle by Matthew Williams keeps the inning alive, and the Rams get another base hit. This time we'll bring up Landon Thomas, who's 0 for 2 today, but looking to prove everybody wrong. Center fielder will play straight away here. Maybe shade a little bit toward right field as the left fielder guard the lines. If he could slice one into the left center field gap, it could be trouble. Rams trail 3-1 here with 2 outs and a runner aboard. Felix gets set. Here it comes. Ooh, inside, 1-0. One of our booster sponsors, he'll be with us on the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow, Big Dave. Dave Severn from All Stars and Stitches. We'll talk about the Lions Club All-Star basketball game at Red Lake College coming up next week. Say more about Big Dave after this pitch to Landon. LT's going to take it inside as he turns in. 2 balls and no strikes. If you can put a logo on it, All Stars and Stitches, I guarantee you, they can probably print it. Banners, signs, awards, promotional products, apparel. See Big Dave at All Stars and Stitches just west of Benton High School, or call 435-5555. A 2-0 count on the batter Thomas with the tying run at the plate being LT himself. Checks his swing, it looks like. But it might have caught. Infield umpire says he went. That's a great communication between these 2 umpires. They've done a fantastic job today. If they weren't all bundled up, you would not even notice they were here. Just like that, the count's 2-1 to Landon. Runner on first, top 5. Rams trailing 3-1. Felix gets set out of the stretch. Looks over his shoulder, now fires home, and that's a golf swing. Swung on a miss, 2-2. LT, one of our faves, now I believe a 3-year starter for Tim Holloway. UNC fan for some reason. Loves the Tar Heels. Of course, some of you may have them picked to go pretty far in your brackets. It's a waste on 2-2. Counts pushed full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. I'm not a big Kansas guy, so I wouldn't mind seeing UNC get a chance to knock off Kansas, or maybe a VCU somewhere down the line, or something of that effect. How'd your bracket turn out? You can tweet us out at WMIX Sports. Maybe tell us who you have in the Final Four. We'd love to talk sports with you. 3-2 pitch, maker breaks. It's going to be a ground ball, first base side. It's a foot race to the bag, and a head-first dive. Landon Thomas will beat out the throw. Felix could not beat out Thomas to the bag. He did a great job in getting over there, but the speedy Thomas races down. Wow. That'll be back-to-back base hits for the Rams. 2 infield singles means the Rams are threatening here with a tying run on first base. That'll bring up Colin Young, who just looks like he's a man on a mission. Top of the 5th here for the Rams. We'll look for a Ridley College player of the game in this one, and you can save thousands on your college education at rlc.edu. You can see how you can save thousands there, I suppose, but you can save thousands at Ridley College. Of course, we wish the best of luck to the Warriors men's basketball team tonight in a national semifinal getting ready to take place here in less than an hour. Ground ball, shortstop side, should be a problem for Bonnie. Fires over, and that'll retire to the side on the 6-3 put-up. Rams strand a pair here in the 5th. We're through 4.5, still 3-1 triad. This is Rams Baseball, presented by Community First Bank.
More Americans are on the move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crown View in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
I'm Michael Stack with a look at your next rad weather. Chilly with mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon's high 43, a bit cold with mostly cloudy skies. Tonight's low near 30. Mainly cloudy on your Saturday, a high near 50. Rain arriving Saturday evening, turning to snow early on Sunday, bringing a fresh 2 to 4 inches of accumulation. Sunday's high 36. Monday, cloudy, windy, and cold with a couple flurries, high 37. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by King City Chrysler Center, your Jeep headquarters in Southern Illinois. Log on to kingcitychrysler.com, or should you need to take a vehicle that is not your own, maybe you get an unfortunate accident or need to go on a vacation, there's a Hertz rental car location right there at King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Chris Hugo with you this afternoon. Danny Zerwinski is on assignment. Jesse Clark, a phenomenal job back in our Mount Vernon studio. We all remind you can follow our sports team on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Sport Triad as they lead 3-1 heading into this home half of the 5th. It's in Bonnie. Johnson and Wright to get us started. First pitch misses low. And it's a 1-0 count as Tyler Ellis is back out for another inning. No changes defensively for the Rams. Foul ball over the right shoulder toward the softball field, or maybe that's the JV baseball field. Either way, count will even itself at 1 ball and 1 strike. The Lady Rams fall today to Du Quoin on the road, 10-0 in 5. Trying to find a rhythm. They haven't played in a while. As this pitch misses high. They won 3rd place at the Fairfield tournament on Saturday. They have not played since. They were missing 3 starters from that tournament, though, due to youth and government. Pitch is on the way. Good check swing. And misses the outside of the plate, though. 3 balls and a strike. Could be wrong. Ellis will get set. 3-1 your score. We're in the 5th. It was 3-1, as that'll be a pitch in the dirt to issue a leadoff walk in Bonnie. He was plunked his last time back in the 3rd. Colin Young's going to talk it over with his senior ace. And the Rams are down 2. We'll have a courtesy runner, or just a pinch runner in this case, as that will be Dwayne York. Illini struggling right now in the men's Division I national tournament. Eek. Not good. Of course, I didn't pick him to win, so there you go. See what happens. Tim Oliver's going to make his way out to the bump. He's going to talk about it with Tyler Ellis here. We'll see if the Rams do make a change. Did not see anybody warming up, but our view of the bullpen is obstructed. You can see the Triad bullpen as they're going to have somebody warming up. Breaking the action presented by the Medicine Shop. Dr. Eric Black and his staff at the Medicine Shop have focused on one thing. He and his team for now the 2nd generation. That's top-notch customer service. That is now their top priority, always has been at the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. We're here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Triad has a leadoff runner aboard here in the 5th. Nobody out and a dangerous presence in Dalton Johnson. Of course, he's 0 for 2 today, but has a look in his eye. In case you're just joining us, the Rams scored their lone run in the third to tie it up after Triad scored one in the bottom of the second. The Triad has 2 unanswered runs in the bottom of the third to have this 3-1 lead. This is going to be a foul right behind us. Sound like it hit some concrete. It'll be 0-1 now to Dalton Johnson on a very good pitch. Ellis and St. Johnson chasing. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams here on WMIX. We welcome you back to Personal Banking at their 5 Jefferson County locations, and we welcome you to a 1-1 count after a pitch in the dirt to Johnson. Evens things up, a runner on first, nobody out, bottom of the 5th inning, a 3-1 ball game. The Knights looking to get revenge on last year's regular season loss to the Rams. This pitch on the way, just misses low. And it's a 2-1 count. Keaton Wright stands on deck for the Knights. Runner on first is a pinch runner, Dwayne York, running for Lucas Infani. Ellis gets set out of the stretch. Right-hander fires, ground ball to third. Can they turn to? High bounce, but it might be favorable. But the throw from second base to get the lead runner is going to be just off of the mark. And that'll go down as a 5-4 fielder's choice. Leaving that runner on first base, but 1 out. Top 5, it's a 3-1 ball game. 2-run deficit for the Rams, and the dangerous Keaton Wright stands in. He's knocked it to center field both times. First time was a double, second time was a sacrifice fly. Landon Thomas played it perfectly. Ellis gets set. He has the sign he wants, waiting for Keaton Wright to get settled in. Here comes the pitch on the way and tries to go outside. Looking to get right to chase. Misses, and it'll be 1-0. We have plenty to tell you about, plenty of our great sponsors here on Rams Athletics. Here comes another from Ellis. This one's going to be sent left center field side. It's a high fly ball. Looks like Tom's going to call off Reeves, and what a play by LT. Calls off his left fielder, Clayton Reeves, and that is a kid who can patrol some real estate, as it is another fly out to, this time, left center for Keaton Wright. There must be a magnet on Landon Thomas when Mr. Wright stands in. Good grief. That'll be 2 away now with a runner on first. For Cody Massey, who had an RBI single his last time up, to make it a 3-1 ball game. That was back in the bottom of the third. Now we're in the bottom of the 5th, still 3-1 Triad, but 2 outs and a runner on first base. Not necessarily an RBI chance, barring a triple possibly here from Massey. Ellis gets set, fires home, has to be out of the way. That gets away. No throw to second base. That's a great decision by Colin Young just to keep it. And on the pass ball, the runner gets a second. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Trying to keep you updated in games from around the region today. At least we hope. Doing what we can. Here comes the pitch to the left-handed back, Cody Massey. It's going to be a ground ball picked up off the knees of Matthew Williams. And 6-3 retires to side as the Knights strand a runner. We are through 5, still 3-1 Knights. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back to Personal Banking is more than our tagline at Community First Bank. It's the truth. From our 5 locations in Jefferson County, the debit cards tied to local schools that we offer, the dozens of scholarships we provide to local youth, and even our president who sits at the front door. The Community First Bank difference is apparent. Our mission as Jefferson County's premier community bank is to provide the best customer service around. Stop by one of our 5 locations and experience true personal banking. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Brothers Grimm hit the Rend Lake College Theater with an epic fairy tale where worlds collide. Into the Woods premieres Thursday, March the 21st. Take a look at the darker or grimmer side of fairy tales, dealing with the themes of responsibility, consideration, and everyday values. See the latest Rend Lake College Theater masterpiece at 7 p.m. Showings Thursday, March the 21st through Saturday, March the 23rd, or the matinee at 2 p.m. on Sunday, March the 24th. Tickets are only $12 at the door, or call the box office at 437-5321, extension 1467.
Listen to us from any device at WMIXsports.com. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
And we have some defensive changes now for the Triad Knights as we head to the top of the 6th. Rams trail Triad 3-1. Your new pitcher is going to be Lucas Infani. He was the shortstop. Felix will see if he ends up anywhere else. Now it's shortstop. It's I believe, Dalton Johnson. And now at third base is the man who was DH, J.T. Barris. So the DH comes into play third, and it looks like that's all you're going to see out of the changes from Triad. We'll get you the book on Phelix here in just a moment. Had a pretty good day. Wasn't very overpowering or anything. Did have a pretty good day at the office. Called him Travis, Jordan Phelix, I'm sorry. Knew that was going to be something we might do today. They'll give Bonnie some warm-ups. And in that time, 5 spectacular innings. Only 1 earned run today for Phelix. It was just incredible. Only a pair of walks. Double-checking that factoid. Actually, only 1 walk. Did have a pair of strikeouts, though. Allowed 6 hits. It's not a bad whip today, all things considered, for the 2-0 Knights, who lead the 3-1 Rams by a score of 3-1 as we are now in the 6th inning. 4, 5, and 6 for Mount Vernon. Colton Better, Trevor Flo to Jake Pike. Barring any changes to Tim Holloway's lineup as we see the emergence of Lucas Infani as a right-handed pitcher. First one's on the way, high fastball, but Better chases and helps him out. It's 0-1. We're on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. We hope you'll follow us. Out of the line we come. Wow, that is a very tight windup by Infani. A good fastball behind it, and it's going to be 0-2 now to Menor, looking to catch up. Rams baseball powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. 5 Jefferson County locations, more than anyone else. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you do have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking, and that is going to be a strikeout on 3 pitches, all heat that time. And so 1 batter, 1 out now. As Bonnie has taken over here in the 6th, trying to come in and maybe get a 2-inning save. It is a save situation, technically, if he goes 2 innings. Well, it will stand in 0-2 today. Bound one to right field his last time up, but the right place at the right time was Carpenter. He will get a swing at this fastball, fouls it back to the backstop, falls behind 0-1. Later Rams fall today 10-0 in 5 innings, 2-2 point on the road. Scoreboard update is presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance and financial service needs, see Tony in his office or find him online at TonyWilt.com, or better yet, look for that white State Farm Jeep around town and get you a better stay with State Farm. As off speed that time, but it catches the outside corner. Floto wasn't buying. He was ready for a fastball. The off-speed pitch does catch the outside corner of the right-handed batter. And T-Flow behind 0-2. 1 out, nobody aboard in the 6th. The Rams still down a pair of runs. As it looks like our man, Mr. Mersinger, is going to have to switch his mid out here. Of course, another scoreboard update. We'll piggyback. No, we won't. That's all she wrote for the iPad. No electric means no charge. She's done. Salem leads South Central 2-1 through 3. All the batteries are about dead. Next pitch on the way. Ooh, play goes through the 5-hole Mersinger. It'll be a 1-2 count here for Flota. 3-1. Triad on top. Top half of the 6th inning. Follow us on Twitter if you can. Or find our Twitter feed on the front page of WMIXsports.com. Flota reaches out for this one, sends it for a ride, right field. Giving chase is Carpenter. And it's going to be a foul ball just across the foul line, and that is going to be a loud strike. So 1-2 now. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams. WMIX and WMIXsports.com. 5 Jefferson County locations, of course. Need a commercial loan. See Terry Procyse at Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking. Terry Procyse handles a great deal of loans. Ground ball, come back to the pitcher, and Bonnie's going to scoop it over to the first baseman, covering right. And that'll be a 1-3 for the Rams' second out. 2 outs for Pike. Bases are empty in the 6th. Sarah Staley, one of our booster sponsors on Rams Athletics. I'll tell you more about Sarah here in just a moment. First pitch on the way in Fonny. Pike looked like he was going to show bunt. It's right down the middle. It's even if he pulls back. There's a 10 trying to bunt for a base hit. 2 outs in the 6th. It's an 0-1 count. And Fonny really has some heat. here in the early going of his performance. Goes high that time. Really has some zip on the fastball. Count evens up 1-1. Pike 1 for 2 today. Singled his last time up back in the fourth. Has really displayed a good bat. I believe he has started in 4 of the 5 Rams games. Didn't start the first day. Started since. So this is going to be inside now. Good eye by Pike. 2 balls and a strike. Tonight's set to send up Carpenter, Barris, and Thurlow in the home half of the 6th. They lead 3-1. The Rams not out of it yet. 2-1 count on Pike with 2 outs. That's going to be another high fastball. 3-1, just like that to Jake. Three balls and a strike with 2 outs. 3-1 ball game. Let's see what happens this time. Ooh, it's going to be high. And that'll be a dangerous 2-out walk, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate, Clayton Reeves. Reeves, the Rams' only run today, scored back in the 3rd after a pair of stolen bases. Lit off the inning with a single. Now has a man on first. 2 outs in the top of the 6th, down 2. Ooh, takes a strike inside corner. Okay, once you get hit by that, Reeves backed out of the way. Crosses the inside corner. Puts Reeves in the hole, no balls and a strike. 2 gone. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Again, a 3-1 ball game. In case you're just joining us, try it on. Stop it. Bonnie slows it down a little bit. Good changeup. Reeves is out in front with a swing. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the 6th. On deck, of course, Sawyer Harrison. Should Reeves get aboard. Pike with a little bit of a lead off of first base. And Fonny, the pitcher, set. Catcher Mersinger sets up shop on the outside corner. Reeves gets a piece of it, sends it down the third base side. It's going to be a foul ball and just foul. All on top of that one. That was a good call, and it's going to be a stagnant 0-2 count here for Clayton. 3-1 ball game. If you're just joining us in the top of the 6th, again, the Knights have 1 run in the 2nd, 2 runs in the 3rd. The Rams' lone run came back in the 3rd. So they did tie it up for about a half inning. They'll check on the runner. Ooh. Throw beat Pike back through the bag, but Wright was unable to hang on. So 2 outs in the 6th. We're in the top half. Rams trying to get into this one. Tying run at the plate. Clayton Reeves, runner on first. They check on Pike again. Safe. Brad thought that they had him. See what we're able to do. Left fielder playing a little bit more off the line. Center fielder straight away. Playing a little shallow. Reeves ready. He's going to take a high fastball. That's 1-2. Good eye by Clayton Reeves. Tomorrow's the day anything can happen. Sarah Staley at Country Financial Mount Vernon will give you a one-on-one relationship and help you with a plan that will meet your goals. Country Financial, what's your idea of financial security? There's one of our booster sponsors here on Rams Radio. This is going to be a foul ball behind us as Clayton's trying to stay alive. Count remains 1-2. Felix, as we told you, started the game with 5 innings. He added 6 hits and a walk, 2 strikeouts, and only 1 run. Run was earned, however. We have not had an error in this game. Flawless baseballs defensively. Top of the 6th now. Chris Hugo with you on WMIX and WMIXSports.com as Reeves wants a little time out of the batter's box. Granted. Now Reeves will get back into the box, ready for the pitch from Mr. Fonny. Here it comes. Fastball blown past. Rams strand the runner here in the 6th. We head to the home half. Still 3-1 Triad. This is Rams Baseball powered by Community First Bank.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, Jerry Newman. Does State Farm offer more discounts to more drivers?
Yep, like the good driver discount.
So it's for good, but not great drivers.
No, Jerry. There's also the multi-line discount.
For calling from multiple lines while driving.
You should never use a phone while driving.
I only make calls from my car when I'm stuck in a ditch or something.
Are you in a ditch?
Yes, I am.
State Farm offers more discounts to more drivers than any other insurance company. Get to a better state.
One more reason to call State Farm agent Tony Wilton Mount Vernon at 242-1421.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois welcomes Dr. Beth Conradi to their medical staff. Dr. Conradi specializes in comprehensive pain management using a multidisciplinary team approach by working with other specialists for optimal diagnosis and treatment of pain. Dr. Conradi will treat most conditions of the spine, including management of cancer pain. Dr. Beth Conradi, helping to make life better day after day at the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon. Call 618-242-3778.
Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
And we welcome you back. Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams and Lady Rams. For personal banking, see Bria Ashby at Mount Vernon, the Community First Bank of the Heartland, member FDIC, equal housing lender. They've been with us all season long through Rams football and basketball, Lady Rams volleyball and basketball, and now Rams and Lady Rams baseball and softball. Chris Hugo with you on WMIX. We head to the bottom half of the sixth, tryout on top 3-1. This will be Carpenter, Barris, and Durlith here for the Knights. First pitch is going to be a swing, and it's ripped right to the second baseman. Paninsky picks up the ground ball, fires to first for 3, and one pitch, one out for the Knights. Carpenter retired for the first time today. Carpenter 2 for 2 at that time, prior to the ground out with a double and triple. So there, extra base hits, and the run scored with an RBI. Now he's 2 for 3. That'll bring up J.T. Barris, who did the damage initially in the outset back in the second to give Triad a 1-0 lead. Ground ball off of his shin. That'll be a foul ball, and my goodness, that looked like it hurt. It was off his left shin. As his team's giving a bit of grief from the third base dugout. Gives the fans behind the backstop a bit of a chuckle. But they're going to check him out. He'll rub some dirt on it and walk it off. 3-1 ball game, bottom of the sixth inning for the Rams. Their last chance in the seventh will be Sawyer Harrison, Hayden Paninsky, and Matthew Williams. Landon Thomas, if anybody should happen to get aboard. Get you one more Tony Wells scoreboard update here in a bit. We'll look for a Ridley College player of the game in our Schmidt Chevy post game. Ridley College encourages you to save thousands in your college education. Log on to rlc.edu to find out how. 3-1 game here in the sixth. It's going to be low and away to the right-hander, Barris. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out, nobody aboard. Damage has primarily been done 4-5-6, though Infani was hit by a pitch and later scored to lead off the fifth. And this is fouled straight back into the backstop. The count becomes 1-2. Quite as cold today. There's plenty of teams that haven't been able to play this week due to the weather, or at least the temperature. Of course, heavy rains over this past weekend did not help as the 1-2 becomes 2-2. As it slips through the glove of Colin Young as it goes high and tight. 2 balls, 2 strikes in a 3-1 ball game. Triad is hanging on to a critical 3-1 lead here in the sixth. In the dirt again, good stop by Young, and it's a full count. Back at it tomorrow, the Rams baseball doubleheader against Mattoon will be right here on AM 940, streamed from anywhere, or at least capable of listening to anywhere at WMIXsports.com. This is going to be inside. And the full count pitch evolves into a walk for Barris, and that'll bring up Tyler Durley. Oh. Glad you stuck with us here on WMIX. Rams trail 3-1. Bottom half of the sixth inning with a man on and only 1 out. That'll bring up Durlith. Swings the first pitch he sees, and that's going to be strike 1 behind us. No balls and a strike. So ahead in the count now is Ellis. Comes back out for a 6th inning of work. Has allowed 3 runs, but has only given up 7 hits. I'll give you his tally as we go into the Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. This could be a blooper, fair ball down the left field line. On top of it again is our home plate umpire who's been magnificent today. Been consistent, as have both umpires. They've communicated. That's all you can ask for, and doing an absolutely phenomenal job here on a cold Friday afternoon in the Metro East. So it's an 0-2 count here on the left field of Durlith with Mersinger on deck. Barring a double play, we should see him here with only 1 out in the bottom half of the 6th inning, a 3-1 ball game. Off speed that time, catches the outside corner. And that'll be a backwards K for Mr. Ellis. Believe it or not, I believe that is just his first strikeout of the day. Yep. I think only 2 walks. One of them was a hit stats, but no 3 walks. First pitch to Mercinger, the junior catcher, 2 for 2 today. It's going to hit the skin of the outfield. And that's going to be another good grab by Matthew Williams. We're through 6, still 3-1 Rams. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Southern Illinois now has a better home for sports. It's the all-new WMIXsports.com. Jam-packed with local scores, video highlights, and archives of every local sports broadcast on WMIX. Did your team win? Missed that game-winning shot last night? Didn't catch your favorite coach on the Saturday Sports Show? WMIXsports.com is right at your fingertips. On your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, or your video game console. It's the all-new WMIXsports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ida. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
Yeah, we welcome you back to Rams Baseball, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. We're going to see some changes to the batting order for the Rams. It looks like we're going to see Pat Bradford pinch hit. We'll wait the official verdict. Well, it's been a decent performance by Tyler Ellis. He's certainly given it his all today, but Triad has just had some other ideas. They've muscled 3 runs, all of them earned, unofficially, of course, on 7 hits. And now it'll be up to the 3 men the Rams send up to the plate to start us off here in the top half of the 7th. 3-1 Triad on top as they try to help out the cause here. 3-1 ball game, top of the 7th inning, last chance. It'll be up to Lucas and Fonny to get the 2-inning save for Triad. It was a great performance from Jordan Felix through 5 innings of work, and now Pat the Bat stands in to pinch hit, takes it high. It'll be ball 1. Pat did not get the start today, but his bat will be critical off of the bench. We call him Pat the Bat for a reason. This time takes a fastball low again. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Bradford, leading us off. We're in the 7th. All has been pretty well quiet since the 3rd. Neither team's pushing any runs across the plate. This is the last chance for the Rams. Swung through off speed that time. Bradford was sitting on a fastball. Didn't get it. 43 dipped down to about 37. And now it's a 2-1 to Bradford. Changed it up again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Spring break officially here for many schools in Jefferson County. I would assume all. It'll be a busy week for Rams baseball next week. The 2-2 swung on a miss. And Bradford is retired on strikes, and that is the 3rd strikeout. It's just 1 in the 3rd. Good grief from Infani in the relief effort. Peninsky will stand in with the bases empty and 1 out. Down to their final 2 outs. Pitch on the way, Infani. A low fastball, but a good one. It's 0-1. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can schedule your service appointments online at either of their websites. We wait for ducking out of the way is Peninsky. Looked like he wanted to show bunt. This is high. It's 1-1. FordSquare.com or KingCityChrysler.com to schedule your next service appointment. 3-1 score, top 7. 1 out, the base is empty with a 1-1 count. Fastball to be ripped to short, picked up by Johnson. Start off the day at 3rd, and now a high throw, but a great job by Wright to corral it. And a 6-3 brings the Rams to their final out. It'll be up to Matthew Williams to keep it going. Leadoff man is 1 for 3 today with an RBI. Definitely made the case to be our player of the game. We'll have your Heartland Academy post-game stats and our Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. Changes is up that time. Williams out in front. It's 0-1 to Matty. See Jim Davis for your residential loan at Community First Bank of the Heartland. Dix, Woodlawn, Mount Vernon, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Will it be welcome back to a loss? We hope not. Williams trying to beat out the throw. Punch down on the ground ball to short, so 6-3 retires it for the Rams. And that's going to do it for us today. 3-1 is your final. Your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show is next. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner. Customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dixon, Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing
The
Lender.
technology in the 2013 Ford Fusion keeps you connected with the world and with your car. Hi, Roy Schmidt Ford dealer at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. Available Sync with My Ford Touch allows you to keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road while you play your favorite music, control the interior climate, and make or receive phone calls, and receive turn-by-turn directions. The new suspension system delivers a smooth ride, and for peace of mind, the available intelligent all-wheel drive system gives you traction when you need it most. Already affordable, you can save $1,000 in retail customer cash on a 2013 Fusion with a 2.5-liter Duraltech inline-4 engine at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, and see all of our inventory online at fordsquare.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Hi, I'm Elaine. I've been a nurse with Good Samaritan for many, many years. One of the best things about my job is knowing that I work for a hospital that cares so much about the community. We're dedicated to attracting the best physicians and investing in the most advanced medical technologies. Whether it's radiology, oncology, or advanced heart care, we provide some of the nation's most advanced treatment options right here in Southern Illinois. That way patients never have to travel far from their families to receive the care they need. I'm always happy when families come visit. And starting in 2013, that sort of thing will happen even more. That's when Good Samaritan opens our all-new regional health center. Everything about the new center has been designed with patients in mind. It features all private rooms and family-friendly areas that make it easier for visitors to stay overnight. I can't wait to see what Good Samaritan does with this exciting new facility.
Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, with a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, only on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com, where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And welcome you back to the Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Of course, our neighbors to the east, Schmidt Chevrolet. Oh, what a final. The Rams fall here to the Triad Knights by a final of 3-1. They dropped to 3-2 on the year. Triad improves to 3-0, adding Mount Vernon to the docket of victories. Effingham, Alt, Marquette, the others. Chris Hugo with you. Danny Swinsky on assignment today. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast of Rams baseball. We'll quickly get to your Heartland Accounting post-game stats. The Rams had 1 run on 6 hits but left 5 aboard. Triad, meanwhile, 3 runs on 7 hits. They also stranded 5. Jordan Felix picks up the victory for the Knights. Tyler Ellis falls to 1-1 with the loss. Luke Sinfani picks up his first save of the year, as far as we guesstimate. Game started 4:12, wrapped up at 5:46. It took an hour and 34 minutes to play this one under overcast skies. And the Rams will be back in action tomorrow with a doubleheader against the Green Wave from Matsu. And 12:45 will be your pregame for game number 1 right here on AM 940, online at WMIXSports.com. And for the Rams, of course, Clayton Reeves was the lone runner across the plate. He was 1 of 3 today with the run. Matty Williams picked up that RBI. We still owe you a Red Lake College Player of the Game and one final scoreboard update brought to you by State Farm Insurance. We'll take a break on your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show, come back and wrap it up. This is Rams Baseball. That ball 3-1 to Triad today, powered by Community First Bank.
I'm Michael Stack with a look at your next rad weather. Chilly with mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon's high 43, a bit cold with mostly cloudy skies. Tonight's low near 30. Mainly cloudy on your Saturday, a high near 50. Rain arriving Saturday evening, turning to snow early on Sunday, bringing a fresh 2 to 4 inches of accumulation. Sunday's high 36. Monday, cloudy, windy, and cold with a couple flurries, high 37. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
The Brothers Grimm hit the Wren Lake College Theater with an epic fairy tale where worlds collide. Into the Woods premieres Thursday, March the 21st. Take a look at the darker or grimmer side of fairy tales, dealing with the themes of responsibility, consideration, and everyday values. See the latest Wren Lake College Theater masterpiece at 7 p.m. Showings Thursday, March the 21st through Saturday, March the 23rd, or the matinee at 2 p.m. on Sunday, March the 24th. Tickets are only $12 at the door, or call the box office at 437-5321, extension 1467.
Back to Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back to the Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac, of course, proud to sponsor the Mount Vernon Rams. 3-1 is your final. We went through 7. Oh, here on the road at Triad. Of course, it took an hour and 34 minutes, as we told you. Heartland Accounting brings you your postgame stats you heard in our last segment. Get started right with Heartland Accounting and let them help make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B, your small business expert. Of course, Lady Rams lose today 10-0 on the road at DuQuoin. Centralia losing to Belleville West 6-2. That's through 5 innings on the Big 12-10 and MyWinnersRadio.com. Last check, Effingham was leading Altamont baseball 4-0. Scoreboard updates powered by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs, see Tony in his office. Log on to TonyWilt.com. We're looking for the white State Farm Jeep around town. Not much left to do here. Of course, you know the Rams lost to Triad 3-1, but your Wren Lake College player of the game is the man who actually got the offense started back in the third inning. Singled and later came around to score, and as we're scoring, it had a couple of stolen bases in that third inning. Matthew Williams did drive him in. Had a great effort today as well. Clayton Reeves is your Wren Lake College player of the game. Wren Lake College can save you thousands of your college education. Log on to rlc.edu to see which of the more than 100 degree or certificate programs is right for you. Again, Clayton Reeves, your Wren Lake College player of the game. That's going to do it for us today. We're back with the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow, 8:08 until 10 o'clock. After your 8 o'clock news, right here on AM 940, we'll talk with Tim Holloway about this week in Rams baseball. We'll also have Lance Bolt on to talk Lady Rams softball. Again, they fell today. We will also talk to a bevy of other guests. We'll talk about the Lions Club All-Star Game that annually takes place at Wren Lake College. We'll have Big Dave Severn on to talk about that with us. We might even talk some Weber softball, maybe some DuQuoin baseball, maybe some Benton baseball. Who knows? We may talk to some of our opponents for next week on this week's edition of the Saturday Sports Show. Tomorrow morning, WMIX AM 940, WMIXSports.com. We promise you will not want to miss that. Does it for us today. As we told you, we're on the air tomorrow with Rams Baseball, 12:45, your pregame for Game 1. Rams welcome Matt Toon in a doubleheader. That's going to do it for us today. I'm Chris Hugo. For Jesse Clark, back to the studio. For Danny Zerwinski, who is on assignment. For everyone at WMIX Sports, on behalf of our great sponsors, thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball. Outside of the game, you can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports or find us on Facebook to stay in the game as well. Again, for all of those folks and more, Chris Hugo reminding you the final score, 3-1. Triad improves to 3-0 as they stay undefeated here at home. So long from Madison County.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and online at WMIXSports.com. Rams Baseball has been presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Wren Lake College. See how you can save thousands on your education at rlc.edu. The Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Sarah Staley, your country financial agent. Heartland Accounting. And by Central Christian Church. Your home for news, talk, sports, and America's best music. WMIX. Find archived broadcasts of Rams baseball at WMIXSports.com.